Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
I'm Carnell.
I'm Mark.
And this is Calm as a Witch. Woo! Bear with me. I am again poorly. That's because English weather is absolutely shit.
And also English immune systems are also shit.
No, that's just mine.
Oh, Carmel's immune system shit. But we're here to podcast and drink, not necessarily in that order. Maybe at the same time. Who knows?
But yeah, just bear with me. I've got a bit of a cough and getting stuck in the rain when it was absolutely belting it down last Wednesday. And then when on my walk on Friday, I got stuck in the rain then as well. But that was actually quite nice because I was fucking roasting.
Getting caught in the rain. But we're not drinking
Pina coladas.
I've got, what drink you got?
I have rum and ginger with lemonade. It tastes like rhubarb and custard.
And I've got, what have I got? Peach Jim Beam with lemonade.
Yum. I like the cherry one.
If you love making love at midnight.
So Mark's on a hiker, so this is going to be interesting.
It's been a while. It feels like forever since we've recorded one of these.
Yeah, it's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Really missed 1 week, but it does feel like a while. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. I had no energy at all last week. I think I was in bed asleep by 8:30 most times. I have been this week as well. If I fall asleep during the podcast, it's Mark's fault. He's made me do this.
I've been going to bed early too. The only reason I'm tired today is I was watching the Charlie Sheen documentary, which kicked ass.
So now autumn is officially here and I'm wrapped up in my blankie because I'm cold, because I'm poorly. I think we're going to be disturbed a lot by the cats tonight.
Yeah, the cats are adamant they want in on this podcast. They're not invited.
One day you might get pictures of the little fuckers, maybe. There is one on Mark's TikTok, actually.
Well, of
Coco and Oreo.
Of Coco and Oreo, the tuxedo cats. Right, shall we talk about this episode?
Okay.
What's the episode called?
Season 1, episode 8. The truth is out there and it hurts.
Is this the last episode in season 1?
No, you keep asking that. There's like 20 odd episodes.
Oh, okay. The title didn't really make too much sense. We'll talk about it more in a bit, but...
How did it not make sense?
It didn't make sense to me because I was thinking the truth is out there. I think of X-Files. So I was thinking aliens.
Okay, I'll catch you up on it later. You'll change your mind.
Okay. I get the and it hurts part, but the truth is out there. I immediately think of UFOs and extraterrestrial type stuff. That might be because of X-Files.
Okay, sure. Okay, so we start with a man in a suit with a briefcase walking through a car park. And then another man stops him and asks if he is Dr. Mitchell. Oliver Mitchell. The doctor says yes. And this strange bloke in a suit, so he looked quite presentable.
He looks like one of the Men in Black.
Yeah.
Which is why I was thinking truth is out there, alien. This might have something to do with UFOs, aliens, that kind of thing.
See, I find it weird that you get that vibe because with this episode, I thought you'd get the Terminator vibe because that's what I got from this episode.
No, I didn't get that.
I
could see it, but the title of it, I can't connect that to Terminator in any way.
Okay. Dude in a suit is saying how he's really interested in Dr. Mitchell's work about DNA mutations, and he mentions an article that
one that he's currently working on.
He's like, oh, that's not even been published yet. I'm still working on it. He goes, it will be. And then the creepy guy in the suit says that he'll do a lot of amazing things and he'll help towards making a vaccine. And the man with the briefcase is confused and is like, what vaccine? But instead of answering him, the creepy man says against this. And then a laser comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And blasts him in the forehead. So that was a bit strange.
That didn't make any sense. A vaccine against what? Against this.
Well, that's the thing. It just keeps you guessing through it till it explains it.
Yeah.
The next shot, we go to Phoebe shaking a magic 8-ball and it says, ask again later, what help is that?
Who carries a magic 8-ball around with them? She does explain why, actually, doesn't she?
It's because she can't see her own future.
Yeah. She can only see premonitions about other people's.
Yeah, because
she has to make do with.
This is to say, you who has premonitions of the future carries a magic 8-ball. She's like, that's because I can't see my own. So it does make sense. I get it. I'm into it.
I have put a magic 8-ball keyring in my Amazon wish list that I really want now because of this episode.
You've got issues. Pipe goes, oh, let's ask if Prue and Andy will get back together. So Phoebe shakes the magic 8-ball and
it comes out there in season 4, and they go, God, that's really weird. That's really specific. What the fuck? What could that possibly mean?
And they say, oh, interesting. And then Piper's beeper goes off, and as Prue goes to look at what it says, Phoebe shakes the ball, and Prue is like, you're very cool. So Piper's raging about a Viper because it's her boss Martin. We've never heard of Martin with how long she's worked at Quake. She seems to be the one that's running the show. Piper's ranting about Martin and how he's expecting too much. Prue and Phoebe are basically telling Piper that she needs to stick up for herself and tell Martin that it's a night off. She's not had one for weeks. She's having tonight off. And she's like, yeah, I will. So she rings Martin and she's like, Martin, I can't. It's oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I'll be there soon.
Piper's a bit of a walkover in shape.
I don't even think it's that she's a walkover. She's a people pleaser.
Yeah.
And then Phoebe goes, beware of the wrath of Piper. Phoebe tells Piper that she'll walk her to the car and she'll come back to Prue. Phoebe says it'll be safer for two to walk together. And Prue's like, okay, I'll just wait here, shall I? But as they're walking to the car, the creepy dude bumps into Phoebe, and Phoebe has premonition about a woman getting laser beamed in the head.
Yeah.
So it's a quick flash.
It's the same laser that we saw in the first scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pat goes, oh, what's wrong? And Phoebe says, oh, I've just seen there's a woman that's about to be murdered. And then you see a cop car skidding around a corner. So Piper and Phoebe run towards the cop car where the cop car's going, and they come across the dead body of Dr. Mitchell lying on the floor with a deadpan look on his face.
No, it's not a deadpan look. I made a comment about this while we were watching the show.
He missed some of the scenes because of this.
Yeah, so what's his name? Dr. Monroe?
Mitchell.
Dr. Mitchell. Dr. Mitchell is dead. Sorry, I've been drinking. I was going to call him Monroe again. Dr. Mitchell, he's dead, and he's got the same look on his face that you give your homie when he says some stupid shit. It is like, you give me the same look all the time. You're doing it like right now. Where it's kind of like, and I said to you, I can imagine like you dying with that face.
No, you said you could imagine yourself dying with that face.
Oh yeah, that too. Like in the night, like you wake up and you're like, what the fuck are you looking at? And I'm just there like
creepy. Yeah.
But yeah, if you can, watch the scene, look at his face. He's got this proper like, bro, are you for real? Kind of look on his face. Best death ever.
So Prue runs over to join them and sees the dead body. And Piper says, oh, Phoebe's just seen this man be killed. And she was like, no, I saw a woman. I've seen the next murder. And they were going to be intro.
I was going to do Buffy's theme. No, I'm not even going to try. So we hear I am the sun, I am the air, I'm heaven, and something. I can't remember the lyrics.
I am a human and I need to be loved. Just like...
What is I am heaven and I need to be? Is it human? Oh my fucking God. It might be human actually, you know? Yeah, because why would heaven need to be loved? But why would a human need to be loved? Could it not be confirmed? What is it?
I am the sun, I am the air, as in...
Yeah, but
H-E-I-R, not air.
Oh, like a sun or something.
Yeah.
Is it sun as in the sun?
No, sun as in...
A sun.
Sun as in squid, yeah.
Which is weird because it's about three sisters.
I am the sun, I am the air of a shyness that is criminally vulgar.
What the fuck? No, it isn't.
Oh, wait, I don't know.
Someone know.
I am the sun, I am the air of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth, Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is it? Where are you on? Are you on like the Google Translate version?
No, what is that called? Genius.
You like changed this to Arabic and then changed it back or something?
No.
What the fuck is wrong with it? I am the sun, I am the air, I am shut your mouth. I am the kid.
Shut your mouth, motherfucker. Where did that... That's there. So, I am the sun, I am the air of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth.
That's not... Fuck are you on?
The shit game. Let me find out something else.
I promise you they're not the lyrics. I bet they've got it on Spotify. Check Spotify.
So the bit that they've got, it's not the full version. They cropped it.
So that is in the song. It's just not.
Yeah.
Okay. I am the shut your mouth.
Let me shut your mouth.
I am the God of nothing in particular. Shut your mouth.
I am the sun. I am human and I need to be loved just like everybody else does.
Okay.
See, I've already waited too long and now all my hope is gone.
Okay, right.
I thought I was right.
It's a cool song. It doesn't make sense because it's about three sisters, but it's on about a son.
So we then see San Francisco Bridge go through the city as always to the manor. Piper is in the kitchen pouring coffees. Phoebe gets 3 boxes of cereal and starts pouring 3 different cereals into one bowl. Prue comes in, she grabs the newspaper and starts sorting through the newspaper into sections. It looks like she has a set ones. And then she says to Piper, is the coffee leaded? And Piper says, yeah, it always is. Then Piper knocks over a box of cereal. She freezes it.
And wastes it.
Puts a bin underneath.
Did you notice that?
Yeah, she just puts bin underneath and lets it unfreeze.
Yeah, like sure you would go, oh no, oh shit, and just like put it back in the box.
I think she's just had enough at this point. She's having a rough time at work.
That's true. Yeah, fair enough.
Fuck it. I'll buy another bowl of cereal. Buy another box of cereal.
Fuck it, it's Lucky Charms. No one. Everyone loves Lucky Charms. You wouldn't waste it.
No, you will not waste them. Leo comes in and Piper says that she'll bring him a coffee, but a pager goes off. So Phoebe says, oh, I'll get it. And she gets a cup down and pours in the coffee. Piper's bitching about Martin again. Phoebe says that she's trying to find out who this girl is, so they're going to take a break from the friendly competition they have going on for Leo. Piper says, oh, I'm going to take Leo his coffee. And she walks off. Prue says to Phoebe, will you just leave it alone? You know you're only interested in Leo because Piper is. And Phoebe goes, oh, I'm wounded. But then they have the conversation about Phoebe's premonition. She says, I need to find this girl. Like, I don't know how I'm going to find her. And Prue was like, okay, what does she look like? She's like medium brown hair, 5'3". That's it. So Prue's like, no, I'd like to go on then. And Phoebe asks Prue to talk to Andy about the crime scene last night.
Yeah.
And Prue says she can't. They've just broken up. She can't do it.
It would be a bit weird. Can you imagine?
It would, because they love each other. They've not broken up because they've stopped caring.
But can you imagine being like, Cornell, I'm sorry, I don't think this is working out. By the way, can you check my calendar and find out if I've got a meeting tomorrow afternoon?
You would actually do that. You would actually do that. I am like your living secretary.
Also, I'm pretty sure as a cop, he's not allowed to give out that kind of information anyway.
No, no.
So,
but that's why Phoebe says that she wants Prue to ask, because he will give Prue anything she wants.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Prue says that you can go and talk to Andy, but I can't do it. It's too hard. Prue agrees to look in the Book of Shadows, see if there's anything in there that can relate to it. So the next scene, Prue is in the attic with the Book of Shadows. And she's like, oh, I don't know what I'm looking for, but the pages keep flicking to a truth spell. And Prue flicks pages like, no, it's definitely not that. And then it flicks back. And she shuts the book like, not helpful.
Oh my fucking God, I just realised what the title of the episode means.
Truth spell, yeah.
I'm surprised the fucking light bulb didn't just go off over my head. I get it.
That's why I was surprised that you didn't get it. This episode's about the truth spell.
Yeah, I get it. But to me, the truth is out there and it hurts. The truth is out there, I just associate with aliens. And then as soon as you see the guy with the laser beam, he looks like one of the Men in Black. So I thought straight away, okay, this is going to be about aliens.
Do you know what you've literally just done?
What?
Me with the Squid Games at Umbrella Man episode. that you just had a me moment where you looked at me like, what the fuck, are you all right? And I've just done the same to you, like, what the fuck, are you okay?
I can't believe I've done that.
So the next scene, we're in Quake. Piper is sat at the bar. She's on the phone. She's got books and calculators and stuff in front of her. And Martin comes along and says,
I need the space, fuck off.
Yeah. Basically, I need this space, fuck off. And she's like, where the fuck am I supposed to go?
You could take it home.
What? And he's like, oh, I'll take it into the manager's office. And she's like, no, you've already took that space. I'll take it home. But I need this space. We've got a conference in. And you need to go and do some work as well. So stop doing this and go elsewhere.
What a dick.
We then go to Buckland's. and Prue is staring at a picture of her and Andy on the desk, and she looks so sad. And then Phoebe just walks in and asks if she can borrow her laptop, and Prue's like, I didn't see you as a laptop person. And she's like, Phoebe's like, oh, are you kidding? Chat room saved my life. And then she says, oh, did you speak to Andy? And Phoebe says, no, I spoke to Morris. And she goes, you told Morris? And she goes, no, everybody was already talking about it. So I just jumped in on the conversation. They're basically saying that the cops haven't got an idea what happened or
Well,
what.
how can you explain that realistically? You can't.
Phoebe says, I saw Andy. She goes, I thought you didn't talk to him. She goes, no, I didn't. I saw him in the car park and he's got that look. Prue's like, what look? And Phoebe says, the look, you'll recognise it when you look in the mirror. Like that sad, heartbroken look. Phoebe basically tells Prue to come out with the truth, tell Andy that she's a witch. Prue's like, oh, I can't. And she goes, what's Andy going to do? Turn you into the warlock, please.
True.
It's like, you'll be better off with you both knowing the truth. So get over it and talk to Andy, tell him the truth. And then she says, thank you for the laptop, and walks out. After Phoebe leaves, a woman comes in and asks Prue if she wants a sandwich. And Prue says, oh, yes, please, Tanya. So we find out this woman's name is Tanya. And Tanya says, turkey with no mayo. I always save it for you. It's your favourite.
Dirt sandwich. I was thinking, I did say, what a disgusting sandwich. No,
Turkey's dry as fuck.
it is. But the thing is, I was thinking about the kind of sandwiches I have where I don't have margarine or butter. I have to use the mayonnaise as like a substitute for butter. Like without that, it would just be bread and turkey, which would be dry as fuck. But I was thinking about it and I was like, no mayo, that sounds really dry, but they probably have butter on it. So it's not as dry. It's still drier than if it had mayo, but it's, you know, still a sandwich you could eat without like choking to death.
American people, let us know.
Turkey with my...
Do you put butter on your sandwiches? All of your sandwiches?
And also, what is a club sandwich? I don't get it, please. Somebody explain to me in a way that...
He will understand, so...
Explain it in a way that a small British man can understand, please.
And he's on about his height, he's quite small.
I'm fucking not.
You're 5'6".
What else?
That's average for a woman. We then go back to Prue. She's now at the Book of Shadows. You see Piper and Phoebe coming in, and Piper's got the books, Phoebe's got the laptop, and Phoebe says, I'll help you with yours if you help me with mine. And then they go in. Prue reads some of the spell.
For those who want the truth revealed, opened hearts and secrets unsealed. From now until it's now again, after which the memory ends.
Phoebe asks Piper, did you talk to your boss? And Piper's like, yeah. And then Piper says to Phoebe, oh, I've got a zit on my chin. Is it big? And Phoebe's like, no, it's not that big. And then you hear Prue casts more of the spell and finish the spell off.
Those who now are in this house will hear the truth from others' mouths.
And Piper goes, are you sure the zit's not that big? Phoebe says, are you kidding? It's got a life of its own. They look like, what the fuck just happened there? And then Phoebe says, so you've already told Martin off her? And Piper goes, no, I chickened out. And then they look confused again because they're like, what the fuck?
They both told the truth.
So they're both telling the truth.
Yeah. Oh no, Prue, what have you done?
So you then see Prue on the phone. Andy doesn't pick up, so she leaves a voice message basically asking Andy to call her back in the next 24 hours. And it's important. The next scene, we hear classical music and we're in a lab. And creepy guy walks in and he says, Mr. Pearson, Alex Pearson, is on about his work in Zimbabwe and how the crops are defective there and how he's going to create a cure and put a stop to it. And that he's another piece of the vaccine. But this time we see a third eye and then laser beams to Alex and the lab tech's dead. We then go into the manor. It's the next morning and Piper again is pouring coffee. Prue comes in. Is it leaded? And Piper says, nope, never has been, never will be. It's ridiculous making 2 pots of coffee when you're the only one that drinks it.
Oh.
So Phoebe says to Prue, sorry about the phone bill, on the internet trying to figure out who this woman was, but I couldn't find her. And then she says to Piper, sorry about the crack that I made about the zit. And Piper says, is it not that bad? And she goes, yeah, it's huge. And then Leo comes in and he says that he's going to start on the work. Piper says, oh, I'll make some coffee. And Phoebe says, oh, I'll bring it to you. Piper says, are we back on this? And Phoebe says, Piper, you know the only reason why I'm into Leo is because you are. And then she goes, I have no idea why I've just said that. And you see Prue looking all sheepish. And she gets up and goes, gotta go to work. And she goes to run off and the sisters chase her and say, Prue, spill. And she says that she casts a truth spell. So anyone in the house is going to hear what they say for the next 24 hours. They're going to have to speak the truth.
She didn't realise they were in the house at the time.
Yeah, and Piper is fuming. She's like, why? Why did you cast a truth spell? Prue says, because I wanted to know how Andy would really feel if I found out I was a witch. And this is the only way to do it. Phoebe turns around and goes, oh my God, I can't believe it. She goes, look who's talking, Miss Spell of the Week. And Phoebe says, no, I'm proud of you. Look who's finally using her magic for personal gain. So she's actually really excited that Prue has cast this spell. Phoebe says to Prue, oh, this will be fun. What do you really think of me?
While I admire your confidence and your fearlessness, your utter lack of responsibility frustrates me to no end. Oh, God, that is so enough. Oh, my God, this could be very dangerous.
I'm kind of digging it, Piper. What do you really think of your boss?
I think he's a self-serving jerk who must have a very small penis.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be so fired!
Piper is like, we need to stay at home, lock the doors, don't answer the door to anyone. We can't talk to anyone today. So Phoebe basically says, so anyone that we speak to, they tell us the truth. And she says, yeah, but the side effect is we have to tell the truth as well. She's like, oh, I can work with this. This is so very cool. I can work with this. And then goes out. So we then go to the police station and Phoebe goes to speak to Andy and Andy goes to ask her what she's doing there, but she cuts him off and says, oh, have you spoken to Prue? And he goes, no, I'm not sure if I want to. And she says, oh, no, trust me, you really, really do. And he's like, oh, okay. And then Phoebe asks him like a load of questions, like, what do you know about the crime scene and all of this? And Andy blurts everything out, like he can't stop it. It just comes out. He says that it looks like the guy was shot, but there's no bullet and there's no exit wound. So the autopsy people are stumped. They don't know what it is. And then he's on about a button at the crime scene that's made of alloy that the forensics have never seen before, so they're stumped on that as well. And then he goes to ask Phoebe a question and she goes, don't ask, don't say anything, and runs off. And Andy's there literally looking stumped like, what the fuck just happened? He's got his hand over his mouth like, what the fuck?
He actually says what the hell's going on and she has to run off because otherwise that means she's got to answer the question and say there's a truth spell and everything. So
it's hilarious. So the next scene is Andy's calling Prue. She picks up, she's in the office. She's at Buckland and he's in the police station still. And then they arrange to meet up and agree that he will swing by her office about 5. And then Tanya comes along with the trolley and Hannah comes along and looks on the trolley and goes, oh, turkey, no mayo, my favourite. And Prue says, you don't even like turkey, do you? She goes, no, I just don't want you to have it. And Prue says, what is your problem with me? And Hannah says, is my mission in life to destroy you? And Rex comes in and he's like, a bit of friendly competition to get the office going. Hannah, can I have a word? And takes her off. And Tanya and Prue are just looking at each other trying not to laugh. Rex takes him in his office and says, what the bloody hell do you think you're doing? And she's like, can't help it. She's just so Prue. And she's like, forgive me. He's like, of course, but before you go, bitch, light up my cigar. So she blows on it and it lights up. So bitch is obviously demonic, caution.
This is mega powered.
Mega powered, but not full enough to plan a thing with Prue yet. The next scene, Piper is at the manor. She's on the phone to Martin and Martin is saying that she needs to come in. She needs to do and she's like, no, I need to stay at home. I need to do the book. She told me I need to do that. And Martin's like, no, you need to come in and you need to take care of the floor. And she's like, I can't do the floor and do the books at the same time. And I'm guessing he's saying that you've got to because she was like, fine, I'll be there soon. And then Leo comes in and he's like, oh, I've just spilt my coffee. Can I use your washing machine? And she's like, yeah, do you want me to make you some more coffee? And he goes, well, no, to be honest, coffee makes me clumsy. Piper says, oh, Leo, can I ask you a question? And Leo's like, yeah, what's up? And she goes, oh, no, man. And she goes, no, actually, do you ever think of me as a friend? And he goes, you've got beautiful eyes. She goes, that's a good way. So she's like, oh, fuck it. Leo, how do you feel about a girl making the first move? And he says, I'm still waiting. And she went, oh, ma. And then kisses him. They have their first kiss. And then Leo says, how do you feel about a man making the second move? And she's like, I love it. And he kisses her. So that's the start of Piper and Leo's romance.
Or is it?
Or is it? Because
You know what I thought? You know what my pickle from this scene was? But I think it's funny that
in the next scene, Prue and Rex are standing by the lifts at Buckland's. And Rex says, you all right, Prue? You look a bit off. And she goes, yeah, I'm just about to tell my boyfriend that I'm and Phoebe comes along at just the right time and goes, winner! She's a winner. So she was about to tell the truth. So Rex goes off and Prue and Phoebe are talking about like Noni coming clean about being a witch to her boss. And Tanya walks past them and Phoebe goes, that's the girl from my premonition. Prue's like, you sure? She's like, yeah. And in the lift, you've got the creepy guy going, Miss Parker, Tanya Parker. And Tanya's like, yeah. And then put sunglasses on and like, hey ho, everyone's got a kink. Prue asks Phoebe if she's sure. She says she's definitely sure. So she tells Phoebe to take the stairs and Prue will go and get the security. So Phoebe runs out and Tanya and the creepy guy he's basically like trying to pin her. Phoebe picks up 2 glass bottles, smacks one of them over creepy guy's head, and he turns around and Phoebe freaks because he's got a third eye, and then she whacks him over the head with another bottle.
valid reaction.
And then yeah. And then they run off and they get into Tanya's car. Phoebe tells Tanya to drive. And then Prue comes out with the security guards. They don't realise it's a creepy guy that they're after, so they just go back inside. So the next scene, we're at the manor and Tanya's on the phone to her hubby. And Phoebe's going, kids, pets, trying to work out why this creepy guy is after her. And then Tanya's telling Phoebe that you need to explain to me if I'm can explain to my husband. And she's like, short story, you're in danger. Tanya goes to run off. She goes, no, there's a demon out here that's trying to kill you. It's killed before. I have visions of people and that I'm supposed to help and you're his next victim. It's no coincidence. I'm here to save you. Then we see Piper is on the phone to Phoebe in the Quake kitchen and she is in a tazzle. She's like head explosion because shit's kicking off in Quake in a completely work-related way. And they're down a sous chef and the ones that they've got can't cook marinated sauce and she's about to lose the will to live. And then she tells Martin she's got to go. She's got a family emergency. And Martin's like, no. And she's like, what part of family emergency do you not understand? She goes, well, how do you expect me to do it? And he says, I know you will because you always do. Why pay for more people when you'll do it for less? He goes, oh, I don't know why I said that. And she goes, I don't care. Truth's out. I quit. And she walks off. Then we're back at Buckland's and Andy's in Prue's office and creepy guy is following Prue until she says, oh, hi, Andy. And he backs off, fucks off. Andy asks Prue if she's okay. And she goes, I'm a nervous wreck. What about you? And he goes, heart's beating like a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
So they both like look at each other like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because they would have gone like, yeah, fine. Yeah, just, cool. It's all good. No,
yeah, the truth spell wasn't there.
Moving on,
Yeah.
And bye.
So they start talking about everything. And Andy says he does want to start dating her again. And Prue says, I'm going to tell you my secret, but I can't tell you how about I show you. And she goes, you see that object there?
It's like a little stone pyramid.
Yeah.
And I used to have a similar ornament, but it was glass and it was really cool.
I've seen those. They do different, like, is it the ones that's got different, it looks like different textures at different levels?
Yeah, like if you look at it, it's really strange. It's got like a weird 3D effect. It was really cool. And then it got chipped by this little bitch that came around the house one day. Yeah, it was a really cool little ornament, but it got chipped up the tip on the top. So you had just this chip for the rest of time.
Unique.
Don't actually know whatever happened to it. I used to have those little, those little like bell balls you get where you're supposed to like play with them. And then
you just sat there with your hands like bundles.
supposed to. I don't know if they're to exercise your hands. They've got bells inside. When they go like, "Doo." I used to have some of those as well.
They're silver, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really
They're heavy silver. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened to those either, but I had them. The reason I bring them up is I used to keep them on my shelf in this wooden box, and the little glass pyramid, what they call a pyramid, was on the top. And then next to that, I had a cube that had like a glass motorbike inside the glass cube.
Oh, I've seen those. They're like the darted, aren't they?
Yeah,
You're like darts.
you can get like photographs of people and stuff putting them there. Why it was that? I don't.
Like the thing on Resident Evil 4 where you've got to twist the thing to get the shape.
Yeah, is that 7? That's 7.
4.
I swear that's 7.
4.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the shadow thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, really little cool.
It's the glass door. It's the glass ball for the door, and you've got to get it into the shape to open that fucking tall chief.
Mendes, yeah. But yeah, so she moves it's like a little pyramid that's made of like marble or stone or something. It looks pretty cool. I'd have it as like a paperweight or something.
Yeah, that's what I'd have it as. He goes, well, what happened? And she says, I can move that with my mind. And he says, you have telekinesis. And she's like, yes, but no, so much more. And she then explains to Andy that she is a badass witch.
I mean, she introduces herself that way. That's a bit up your own arse really into it.
It's how you talk about yourself.
No, I'm not badass. It's just the stuff I do is badass.
There it is. And that's what she's saying. She's not badass. The witch part of her is. He then says, is Phoebe and Piper witches? And she says, yeah, we got it from our mother who got it from her grandma. So then he goes, well, what about if you have kids? And she says, yeah, if they're girls, they'll be witches too. The thing is, Andy is very open and he doesn't freak out in the way you expect him to freak out. Like he doesn't jump out of the chair because he's been involved in all of these cases. So he kind of knows that this is a thing. And
Prue finally fucking brings up, didn't you ever think it was weird that we kept showing up at these crime scenes?
Yeah, with no explanation.
With no explanations. This is why, and this is why we're so secret.
And he said of all the things on his list, of the things she was hiding, that was nowhere on it.
Yeah, you wouldn't think, if anything, you'd think they're involved like as murderers or something, or some weird like femme fatale gang.
Yeah.
Femme fatale.
So they have a bit of backwards and forwards about her being a witch and what it does to her life. Because he says, can you change it? Can you get rid of it?
She says she seems kind of insulted by that. It's like, no, this is part of me. This is who I am.
And what she actually said was, it's something that I've recently come to accept.
Yeah.
That this is who I am. Can you accept it?
And he's like, I don't know. I mean, it's a lot to take in. Like, can you imagine, like, you make something scoot across the desk.
Stay away from my gym.
You make something scoot across the desk and you're like, oh, you're a witch. I thought you were just like moody. For a bit weird. Not that you could like do magic and stuff. You wouldn't immediately assume that's the thing.
Yeah. So we go to the manor where Piper, Phoebe and Tanya are looking through the Book of Shadows. The sisters ask Tanya if she recognises anything from the Book of Shadows. And she's like, no, there's nothing in here. And Piper goes to pour Tanya some tea and Phoebe says something to Tanya. I think she says that everything's going to be all right, we'll figure it out. And touches her. She has a premonition of a baby. And she's like, oh, Piper, I need to see you in the kitchen for a minute. So she goes into the kitchen and she tells Piper that she's with the child. And she's like, no, there's no children here. And she's like, no, Tanya's pregnant.
And she doesn't.
It's like, oh. And she goes, no, she doesn't know yet. And she's like, oh. And then Phoebe then works it out. She says there's a lab tech, a physician, and a sandwich girl.
Yeah.
She says to Piper, think about it. The demon's got to be someone who sees the future unless they're from it. And she goes, think about it. There's a button that doesn't exist. A child nobody knows exists.
It's very like Terminator 1.
That's what I said.
But, up until this, up until until Phoebe said, unless they're from the future, up until that point, I'd still thought aliens.
Yeah, but you also
I know.
thought that is because you didn't click on it. It's to do with the fact that it's a truth spell episode.
Yeah, but the title of the episode, The Truth Is Out There, it still just reminds me of X-Files. But when they're talking about that button being made of an alloy that they don't know what it is, it's nothing that we know. They say that all the time when they're like, alien spacecrafts couldn't be made out of iron or steel or an alloy that we can make. So if we managed to get a UFO, it would be made out of a special metal that we haven't discovered yet or been able to make. So when they said, oh, there was a button that was found that was made of something we didn't know, even at that point, I still thought aliens. The other thing is who was it that was looking through the Book of Shadows?
Tanya.
Yeah. So when they're looking through the Book of Shadows, looking for a warlock or something, and they go, no, there's nothing in.
Oh, yeah, a demon that doesn't exist. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought, well, that's probably because it's not a demon. It's an alien. It's something not grounded in magic. It's something grounded in science. Because they're talking about a virus that...
Yeah, I don't get alien vibes from Charms, though.
No, but I did from that guy, because he had the suit on, he had the...
third eye.
The bald head, the third eye I wouldn't count with alien. Well, I guess you kind of would. Aliens have a lot of weird eyes and stuff. But I was still looking at it as like, this is a guy from another planet.
Okay.
That is, for some reason, taking these people out because they're coming up with some kind of vaccine.
So you didn't actually guess any of this?
Up until
Phoebe pointed it out?
Yeah, up until Phoebe said, unless they're from the future. And then I was like, oh, okay.
That makes more sense.
So so he's not an alien, he's a time traveler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it made more sense for me from there.
So they said Tanya's going to be safe at the manor because someone from the future shouldn't know where they live.
Mm.
But then they realised that they saw him at the auction house with Prue.
Right at the start, right? Because I know people are going to go, well, you must have known there was something to do with time travel and that, because he was saying things like to the first guy, you will release this article and stuff like that, or you will discover this thing. For some reason, I had it in my head that when the laser beam comes out of the eye and everything, I thought that the alien was going to steal their identities and make this vaccine or this virus.
Well, you thought because of the suits and stuff, there was like Men in Black, didn't you?
Yeah, but I thought what he meant was it was going to be like another Thank You for Not Morphing episode. And it was going to be like a stealing your identity, taking over like this science project or something.
Like an alien shapeshifter.
Yeah, and creating maybe like a virus that kills...
So I bet it span you out when he got laser beamed.
Yeah, well, no, I thought the laser beam was just to like steal his intelligence, or because he kept talking about how smart he was.
Yeah.
And how he really admires him and all that. And I was thinking, okay, he's going to steal something from him. Maybe his identity or his intelligence or his brain or something. And that's why I was like, so he's talking about you're going to make this vaccine. I thought maybe he was going to like take over his body or turn into him and then create this thing that is going to be bad somehow, evil.
Mm.
Like maybe it's going to like kill everyone that isn't a shapeshifter or something like that, or it's a cure for, I don't know, something that benefits evil but not good people. So yeah, all the way up until Phoebe said time traveling, I was like, oh shit.
You think it was an alien?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so they both think, shit, Prue.
Yeah.
She's at the office. So the next scene we get is Prue looking really sad behind a desk.
Because Andy said he doesn't die.
Yeah. So, and then Hannah knocks on and she's like, oh, don't forget the lights and lock up when you've done. And she's like, and Prue says, yeah, I will. And then Hannah says, oh, I just want to apologise for earlier for what I said. And Prue says, but you don't really mean that though, do you? And she went, of course not. Hannah then goes to the lift and goes in the lift, and then creepy guy comes in and goes, Hallowell. Prue, Hallowell. I'm looking for a girl that was with you. Short brown hair. She's like, Phoebe, what do you want with Phoebe? And he's like, it's not Phoebe I'm after, it's the person that she took.
Mm.
She says, who are you? Where are you? Like, why are you here? It goes, he's sent back from the future.
Mm.
And she says, well, what do you want to do? What do you want with Tanya? And he says, it's not Tanya that I want, it's her baby. And then she says, why? What have all these people done? Why are you killing them? And he says, they're all pieces of the vaccine, and it's the baby that puts it all together.
They're all pieces of Skynet. Yeah. John Connor must die.
I'm sorry, what?
Fuck you, asshole.
Is that your Terminator impression?
Yeah. Yeah. Put that cookie down.
That is Kindergarten Cop, but that is not Terminator.
Who is your daddy? What does he do?
Shut. I want to watch that now.
Yeah, me too.
Prue throws the desk at him.
She doesn't throw the desk.
She magically throws the desk at him.
She goes, whoa, and the desk pins him.
Yeah,
It pins him against the wall or knocks him over.
Goes right near it, like smashes him into the wall and pins him against the wall.
Bro was taken out like IKEA furniture. Inga dinga dur. They deliver it on the SS IKEA.
Are you okay?
It's from the unseen unit, selling zombies.
IKEA now just reminds me when we touched down in Gran Canaria and the first thing we saw was IKEA.
IKEA, right? Yeah. Whenever I think of IKEA, I just think of fucking Charmy the Bee. When he's going to heaven. And Knuckle gay Eddie Murphy. Knuckle. Hinga dinga dur.
I haven't watched it nowhere near as many times as you.
Goodbye, Knuckles. I will see you in the afterlife. I will always love you.
Sonic Zombies is one of those things that you can't help but stop staring at. Cause you're like, what the fuck am I watching? I must have been drugged or something because this ain't normal.
That bitch want to go down a slide? I'll show you how we're going down the slide, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm going down the slide, motherfucker. Now that's how a motherfucker goes down the slide, motherfucker.
We then go back to the manor and Piper's been trying to get hold of Prue, but Prue's not picking up the phone. And Piper says to Phoebe, we need to go to Buckland's to make sure that Prue's okay. And Phoebe says, no, you have to go because if they take Tanya, they're taking the lamb to the slaughter kind of thing. But Piper says, but we need you. And Phoebe says, I can't always be the power of three. Sometimes I'm going to have to skip stuff out. So you're going to have to do this alone. Then we go back to Prue, who's now running down the stairs, being chased by the creepy guy. And she comes to a locked door. It flies open and she hides in the basement. And creepy guy says, we have time. I have time. 8.5 months to find her. I've got plenty of time, but your time has run out. We go to Piper, who's now at Buckland's, and she's running to Prue's office and found it absolutely trashed. And she's like, oh no. Then we go back to Prue, who's hiding, and Prue carries on questioning the creepy guy, and she asks what the vaccine is. What does it do? What does it protect against? And he says, against me.
People like him, isn't it?
It protects against him and all of the warlocks like him.
So he is.
So he's a warlock from the future.
Yeah.
So this is how much magic kind of evolves. But then again, warlocks have been different every time we've seen one.
Yeah.
Because you had Jeremy, his power was to steal the witch's power. So whatever the witches could do, he could do.
I still think I need to know more about what a warlock actually is.
It's an evil being.
It's like it's not human, is it? It's like a creature.
It's a supernatural being that's evil.
Yeah, you see.
So it's not a demon, but it's a magical being that has magical powers.
Yeah.
But they mainly take on like human form.
I was going to say, and conveniently, they all look like humans.
Yeah. Or they can hide their true nature kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if he's a warlock from the future, that suggests that it explains why it's not in the Book of Shadows, for one thing.
Yeah.
If it hasn't been made yet.
Well, that's what Phoebe said.
But also, doesn't mean, like the Book of Shadows, it's got like ancient demons in there.
So the Book of Shadows, I don't think we've ever talked about what the Book of Shadows is. The Book of Shadows is a magical book that was put together by the Hallowells.
Right.
So the first witch of the Hallowell line started it. And every generation, every ancestor, every generation has added more and more to it. Prue's questioning the warlock, is still questioning the warlock, and she's asking why the child, and she says it's because he brings everything together. He's the one that actually creates the vaccine. And he then finds Prue, and before Prue can run off, he grabs her by the neck and lifts her up.
That's choke her up.
Yeah, and you can see that Prue can barely breathe.
You kill her if he's left to do it.
And then Piper runs in.
Just in time.
Just in time to save the day. And she freezes the scene, and then she picks up a crowbar and crowbars her out of his hand. And then they're arguing over who's going to attack this guy. Who's going to kill him.
Yeah.
And it's actually quite amusing because they're going backwards and forwards. You do it. No, you do it. You're the oldest. The freeze wears off and they come after him and they both just whack it in the third eye.
Yeah, they stabbed the crowbar into his forehead.
Yeah. And then it's sucked back to the future. Prue says, I love it when they clean up after themselves.
And it's because the body gets sucked back to the future, so there's no evidence of this guy ever being there.
The next scene, Prue is stood outside Andy's apartment and she says, I'm really sorry to come here, but I need to know how you feel. He's like, can't I just have some more time to think about it? She goes, no, we haven't got the time. I need to know right now. And he says, well, if you're asking me if I can accept this right now, the answer is no, I can't. And he says that
he's
live.
Weird, doesn't he? He doesn't see him himself.
He's down, he's sad.
Yeah.
He says that that life is not the future that he envisioned for himself.
Yeah. He, I think, is concerned that it's not just that, it's a bit weird that she's a witch. I think he wants that future of a family and a normal family and stuff, which you can't have. And
well, you don't envision, if you're going to meet someone, if you met me and I was a witch, a magical witch, you wouldn't know what to do.
No.
So we then hear ding, ding, dong, a bell chime. And then Andy says, oh, what were we talking about? And she's like, you can't remember. He's like, no. And she's like, you can't remember anything in the last 24 hours. It's like, weirdly, no.
Really, nonchalant. I'd be freaking the fuck out. I'd be like, oh my God, what the fuck? What's happened? Have I been spiked? What's going on? And he's just like, yeah, I don't know what happened in the last precisely 24 hours. Yeah, the last thing I remember is this time yesterday.
And then he was like, what are you doing here? And she's like, oh, it doesn't matter.
He says, do you want to come inside? And she says, no.
That's not good. No, that was before the bell.
Was it?
Yeah, because she says, no, we haven't got time. If I come inside, it'll be small talk, general chit-chat.
Yeah, but after that as well, I think he says again, do you want to come inside? And she goes, no, I don't think I will. Because
she's like, oh no, I've got to go.
Because she says it, I'm sure she says it afterwards, because it's then this is her saying, I know how you truly feel now, or how you would react if you knew I was a witch, which means I've got to keep this secret even further. So it's a no, there's no future.
Heal. But she gives him the gentlest kiss on his cheek and says, and the way she says goodbye is the final goodbye, goodbye, Andy. He's so sad.
Especially because he doesn't know what is going on, really.
We then go to Quake, and Phoebe's trying to get a waiter to get some water, and she's like, you can't get water in this place, what's going on? It's all gone downhill since you quit. And then Piper asks where Tanya is. And she's like, oh, she's run to the toilet. She's got morning sickness, but she thinks it's the halibut.
Yeah.
And Piper's like, great, just what we need. And then Martin comes over, Piper's dickhead boss, and is like, what is wrong with this picture? Why are you sat down? And she goes to say something. He goes, no, you need to get back to work. And then he walks off, storms off, and Piper says to Phoebe, I finally have the guts to tell him where to stick his fucking job, and the prick doesn't remember. And Phoebe says, well, that's the personal consequence. We remember, they don't.
Yeah.
So Piper then storms off to tell Martin. Goes in and she goes, right, Martin, you need to hire 2 extra sous chefs, an extra manager and an extra busboys on Saturday. tell me now if you can't do this, otherwise I quit.
And it's like, but it's about time.
Yeah, bad times from what? I mean, all you had to do was ask. Fuck you, motherfucker, is what I would say.
And then he still tries to get her to work, and she's like, no, it's my day off.
Yeah.
It's my
I
night.
was like, well, and she goes, and tonight's my night off. And he went, but, and she went, is my night off. What was at the kitchen? The sous chef behind is pissing himself. When she comes out of the kitchen, the door works straight into Leo.
Oh my God, yeah.
And she's like, I'm so sorry. And he was like, oh,
I feel like I have to apologize for something, but I don't remember what.
yeah, I feel I was a bit inappropriate. And she was like, oh no, it wasn't. Let me buy you a drink.
Leo's like overly naive.
I'll say he's nice.
He's a proper like, oh shucks kind of guy, isn't he? Like,
He's like the boy next door. Like, do you know what he's like?
well, I said before, when he was in Quake, he looks out of place compared to everybody else that's in there.
Chivalrous cowboy from a really western small country town that doesn't know big cities. But he's got respect and manners. That's to me what he seems like.
Yeah.
And then Prue comes in and sits next to Phoebe, and Phoebe says, how did it go? And she was like, not good. I cast the spell for sponsors and I got them even though they're not the ones that I wanted. And Phoebe gives her a hug, and that's the end of the episode.
So again, it's not a bad end. It's
A sad ending.
yeah, it's not a happy, we won, we saved the day kind of thing. It's a very, you live to see another day. You weren't killed by the warlock, but you haven't got the happy ending that you wanted. So, and is that the second episode in a row that's happened?
Yeah, because the last one was the fourth sister when Andy dumped her.
Yeah, for say Aaron Spelling or whatever your producer name is, get like, I'm this close to cutting my fucking wrists. Do something.
Wow.
Give me a good ending.
Wow.
Just show me Kit the cat. It'll be fine.
Oh, forgiven. There's Kit Kat's on the screen.
I've got a cat on me right now, purring. He's making biscuits.
Of kneading.
Yeah.
So what did you think to that episode?
I liked it. Now I know what the title means. It makes way more sense. I feel like, I don't know, I like the idea of, in the same way that the Dream Sorcerer was very much Freddy Krueger, I feel like this one was very much Terminator.
I said that and you was like, it was nothing like Terminator.
Well, no, it's not in the way that it's not robots, it's not stopping a worldwide disaster. And
But it has Terminator vibes.
it has Terminator, it doesn't have Terminator vibes.
So, Connor? Yeah.
It has the same theme of someone coming from the future to stop something from happening in the past for bad reasons.
Yeah. That's what gives me the Terminator vibes.
Yeah, which is making me think, what other Hollywood films are we going to see referenced in this show?
So, Mr. Cooper, what is your weekly premonition?
Of what I think is coming up next week. I think, actually, yeah, tell me the name of the episode and we'll see if I can guess. So this is still season 1, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So season 1, episode 9 is The Witch is Back.
The Witch is Back. Oh, okay. Right. So that's a play on The Bitch is Back.
Okay.
So they've given us 2 sad episodes in a row, so we need something that's, maybe they'll drop the Andy storyline. I think it'd be a bit too soon to pick it back up. I did say in a previous podcast that I didn't think Andy and Prue were going to get together, and I think he's going to go away for a bit and then he's going to come back when it really matters the most, when they need a cop.
Okay.
I think this is going to be an evil witch. I don't think, because my immediate thought was the fourth sister coming back.
Okay, yeah.
But no, I think it's too soon to do that. I think this is going to be a evil witch that was like locked away by maybe one of their ancestors who for some reason comes back and wants revenge on those 3. So it's like a fourth witch, yeah, but it's an evil witch that maybe like feuded with their ancestors and wants their powers or something like that. Wanted their ancestors' powers, couldn't get it then, got locked away, now wants theirs.
Okay.
That's my guess. Cool. Just based on the title and the fact that we've had 2 quite sad episodes, I think that maybe the well, I mean, all the
Use it with you pick up.
yeah, reduce something to kind of, because Prue must be so fucking low at this point. There's
Like
gonna have,
slit her own wrist.
yeah, there's gonna have to be something to bring him back up, I think.
Yeah.
We're also gonna see some more stuff happen with Leo, I think, because obviously he's lost his memory of what happened with Piper.
Yeah, that's really sad.
But I think that'll pick up pretty quickly. I think I've got an idea in my head of what I think is gonna happen. Shall I tell you?
Yeah, this is your premonition.
I don't think Leo has forgotten.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Leo has forgotten that Piper kissed him and stuff. This is partly because I have seen him in future episodes. I have, and I won't go into too much of that because that will spoil things for people. But I don't think Leo is affected by this truth spell in the same way that everybody else is.
Okay.
And I'll leave it there. So what do you think? Well, you know, don't
I know.
no point asking you.
I know. I will just say that I like your premonition. Let's see if Chant can help you keep your premonition or if it will tear your premonition apart.
The bastards. You shall see.
Okay, I think that's it for this week, guys. Join us next week for season 1, episode 9, The Witch is Back. And if you like murder, mystery, mayhem, and
Strange phenomenon.
or anything really, give Bad Karma a watch. And if you like Squid Games, give Karma's Killer Game a watch. Where can we find them, Mark?
Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts.
And you can...
We keep finding the podcast on a lot of strange websites as well that are being...
Yeah, so
entered.
it's just anywhere that you can get an RSL feed apparently has our podcast.
If you find us on a weird website, more power to you.
Yeah.
Watch us on there. As long as you watch...
But yeah, you can like, comment and subscribe to us on YouTube at
youtube.com/@badkarmanetwork. That's the full URL. Oh, and also, sorry for cutting you off, but make sure you do subscribe to YouTube because we have started creating clips out of a lot of the throwaway lines that we have from these podcasts. We do go off topic quite a lot, but we have some very interesting conversations, and we're starting to take those, crop them, and make little clips out of them, little videos. So if you kind of want to see some deleted scenes from these podcasts, just subscribe to the YouTube, watch us on there.
You can also see me falling over in my PT session.
Yeah, with
you can follow us on TikTok.
If you want to see Carmel fall over.
On Bad Karma Network. Or Carmel Coops.
At Carmel Coops.
You can also follow us on Facebook. And you can also email us at badkarma, karma with a C, podcast @hotmail.co.uk. Send us funny stories, creepy stories. Oh, Bad Karma next month is going to be pure spooky Halloweeny stuff.
The month of spook.
We might have to watch a couple of like horror films and do some reviews and put them on Bad Karma.
Yeah.
Like bonus episodes. Because Halloween is my jam, y'all. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. Just
you're not cool enough to be talking like that.
I'm hip.
You're either too young and cool to be talking like that, or you're too old and uncool to be talking like that.
Well, to say I can't get away with hip either, I think I'm too young.
I'm hip. I'm with it.
I'm with it. I'm hip. Okay.
I know how to jive.
I do actually. I got taught in school.
What the fuck is jive?
Hand jive. Hand jive is an actual like jive in the 50s and 60s. Did you not know that?
No.
Have you not watched Grease?
No. I'm under the age of 40.
Okay, you've just insulted like a lot of people like that. And because you've said that, I now need to make you watch Grease. I made you watch quite a few musicals, I know. What have you watched? Greatest Showman, Cry Baby.
Fucking Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror Show.
It's actually pretty good. I quite liked it.
Your first comment after you watched it, you was like, what the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that?
That was aliens.
But what the fuck was that? I love it.
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd. I used to hate musicals. I still kind of do. I think it has to be a certain thing
I
about.
think the only musical that I've turned off is that fucking Mean Girls remake. What the fuck was
When
that?
I think musicals acting shit like Mamma Mia, should we say bye?
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.